We might be up 42-0, and she's still diving, trying to make flag poles and that sort of thing.
Growing up with like both of my brothers playing sports, they kind of introduced it to me, and I looked up to them, and we would play in the backyard or just anywhere outside.
Hazel Shultz is as tough as any of her brothers ever thought to be.
Her elbow's bleeding, her knee's bleeding, might have cut her lip a time or two, but I've never seen her take a play off.
She will always get back in there and keep fighting.
She went from softball straight into flag, flag straight into basketball, basketball straight into track, and like didn't even take a day off in between.
So softball, probably since I was like 5, a little bit older. Flag, freshman year, so 4 years now. And then track, this will be my 4th year as well, freshman year. And then basketball, well, I played in middle school on the Metro team, and then this year, like, is my first year back playing with it.
She wants to leave a legacy and help others continue on with the legacy of getting better in softball or pole vaulting or whatever she does. So she wants others to get better as well.
I would say the best part is the girls in the community and like us building each other up and just like the wins and losses, taking those together.
I think Hazel's proven that through all 4 teams that she's been on that she can be just such a vital part of a team and accepting and loving and competitive and driven and motivated.
She's just a good teammate, was very supportive of the teammates that she has. And she's a teacher as well. I've seen her at the pole vault station help others that are learning and striving to do better. And she's going to lend herself to others and not just, hey, it's all about me. She was that way in the outfield with other outfielders because she was one of the most experienced persons out there last year.
Hazel expects a lot as a senior, as a leader, because she gives a lot. I think because her effort is at 100%, her focus is at 100%, her determination is at 100%, she expects that as well. And she doesn't have to address that with her words or with her physically. I think that the other girls see that and they rise to that same occasion. They rise to that same standard that she kind of holds for herself. So her interactions, they don't, she's got great interactions with her teammates, but it's those interactions that aren't actual interactions. They're kind of, intangible that make her a special teammate. But I think on top of that, she builds good relationships with the other girls. She's fun-loving. She's, never takes herself too seriously.
I like to make jokes a lot. Don't take things too seriously when I say things, because I do like to make jokes.
I think that goes a long way in being a good teammate and being loved by her teammates. So. She reacts to coaching, she's a natural athlete. She does a lot of things well naturally. So I think initially, if you're tweaking something, she's like, well, she has a reason to why she's doing everything. So then she's accepting of, she wants to know the why.
Hazel wants to get better at anything she does. And if you tell her to, hey, try this, she's going to want to know why sometimes, but that's just Hazel. But she'll do it.
And once you tell her the why, she starts to quickly implement it and like, okay, I see what you're talking about.
She's always going to listen because she always wants to do the best for her team and for herself.
She trusts what I have to say to her, and she implements it, pretty quickly. Her ability to be versatile and do whatever is asked of her, those are definitely huge strengths that she has.
With softball, there's different elements to the game that you're having to focus with. It's just a completely different sport, whereas flag, you're having to learn different plays, whereas softball, there's not really plays, it's just kind of hit the ball, catch the ball. Whereas flag, you're having to learn plays and whatnot. And then pole vault is just kind of skill and you being able to manipulate your body in certain ways to be able to get on that pole and then get over those heights and whatnot.
I feel like in this time where kids focus on just one sport or, just play one thing all year round. She's doing 4 different things. I love that she tried basketball this year. I know she played middle school, but high school basketball. And so one of my favorite things is she's not afraid just to go out there and try and see what happens. And so I think a lot more kids need that kind of same mentality as her.
Basketball, yeah. Joined that this year for fun, pretty much. They needed some girls because they were short, and I'd played before, and they were like needing to recruit girls, and so I kind of joined for fun. And we're not the best, but we have fun with it. We try.
How does she work hard in school and play 3 sports? Because she's Hazel. She's not gonna settle for anything less, and she's gonna get it done regardless.
Hopefully on the weekend she's sleeping in, but I don't know how she balances it all. I think, she's naturally capable of a lot, but also I think the work ethic and the determination can overcome a lot of things, and I think, a lot of kids can learn from that.
It's definitely kind of hard. I feel like I live at the school, which isn't a bad thing. Love Allatoona, but pretty much as soon as I get home after practice, where I get home like 7 o'clock, I'm just doing my homework. And luckily, I've had great teachers that understand, and I haven't been too stressed about it.
I had her in class too in Algebra 2, and she was phenomenal in there as well. She doesn't mess around. She's going to get stuff done, and she's not going to let anybody get in her way either. So she just does it. I don't know how, but she does.
I think she's got a good attitude about it all, which rather than complaining like, oh, I had practice, I've got homework, she just rolls with it, and it's what she wants to do, so she works hard at it.
It's a good balancing act. Like, you just have to figure it out. You got to time manage.
She set a precedent. I mean, not many people can do what she's done. And I think a lot of the younger athletes look, hey, I want to try to do that.
Hey, I can commit to 2 or 3 or even 4 sports and excel and do well and still have friends and still do well in school and still, have a life.
And it's not for everybody. I mean, it takes a certain character, it takes a certain mindset, it takes a certain individual to do those things. And I think when you see people doing that, it inspires others. And maybe somebody else will step up and be the next Hazel.